Let me tell you something I've learned from living across continents, working across time zones, and chasing dreams bigger than anyone thought possible. Success doesn't just happen. It's not luck. It's not magic. And it's definitely not handed to you. It's built, it's earned, and believe it or not, it starts with how you show up in the first hour of your day. That's where the magic begins. You see, the world will always try to pull you in 100 different directions. But the one thing you can control is you, and that control starts every single morning, with intention, with discipline, and with power. The truth is, a strong morning routine is not about being perfect or robotic. It's about owning your time before the world demands it. It's about reminding yourself who you are before anyone else tries to tell you otherwise. That first hour, it's your launch pad. That's when you set the tone, the energy, the rhythm for everything that follows. I'm not here to give you a boring checklist of things to do when you wake up. I'm here to help you design a routine that turns you into a woman or a man who's unstoppable, someone who doesn't chase success but attracts it. So if you're ready to stop hitting snooze on your life, if you're done watching others rise while you feel stuck in the same place, then listen closely, because this is where your transformation begins. Your morning isn't just a time of day, it's your power, and it's time to own it. Success is not a random event. It's a series of deliberate choices, and one of the most powerful decisions you can make is how you start your morning. The first hour after you wake up isn't just about brushing your teeth and getting dressed. It's your foundation, your reset button, your most sacred space. It's where you decide who you're going to be today. And yet, most people hand over that hour without even realizing it. They wake up and immediately give their attention to the world, emails, texts, notifications, news feeds. Before they've even gotten out of bed, they're already reacting. And that is the difference between living a life by design or one by default. I learned a long time ago that if I wanted to achieve the things people said were impossible, if I wanted to live a life that wasn't ordinary, I had to take control of the things I could. And the one thing I always have control over is how I start my day. It's not about being perfect. It's not about waking up at 4 a.m. every morning and doing yoga on a mountaintop. It's about claiming that first hour for yourself on your own terms before the world gets to tell you who you are. When you open your eyes in the morning, your mind is at its most impressionable. It's like a to wood to Hollywood. I can tell you this. The people who win, the people who lead, the people who thrive, they don't wait for the world to hand them structure. They create it. They don't wait for the day to go right. They make it go right, starting with the first 60 minutes. You don't need a complicated routine to own your morning. You just need presence. You need purpose. Instead of waking up and grabbing your phone, try waking up and grabbing a deep breath. Remind yourself you are alive, you are here, you have another day to rise. Take that moment to say thank you. Gratitude isn't just spiritual fluff, it's a power move. Because when you start your day with appreciation, your energy shifts. You stop chasing and start receiving. You don't come from lack, you come from abundance. Then, think about what you want this day to mean, not what others expect of you, not what's on your to-do list, but what you want to bring into the world. That's how you show up with intention. That's how you stop surviving and start living. For me, mornings are about anchoring myself. I light a candle, drink water, and spend a few minutes with no noise, no music, no talking, no phones, just silence, and in that space I can hear my own thoughts. I can feel what's going on inside me. I can prepare, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, for the day ahead. And when that happens, you end up living someone else's agenda. You lose sight of your own goals. You get pulled into the chaos. But when you take that first hour for yourself, you send a clear message to your mind, your spirit, and the universe. I matter, my dreams matter, my peace matters. You start to walk differently, speak differently, think differently. You stop being reactive and start being deliberate. You stop living from a place of urgency and start operating from a place of alignment. That's the difference between burnout and balance, between frustration and fulfillment. So don't underestimate the power of your first hour. Protect it. Guard it like treasure, make it non-negotiable. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's routine. It just has to work for you, but make sure it serves your soul. Make sure it makes you move your body, you shift your entire state, you move out of sluggishness and into strength, out of hesitation and into action, and that shift, it becomes the fuel that carries you through the rest of your day. I've lived a life that's constantly in motion, on sets, on planes, under pressure, and the one thing that grounds me, that realigns me every single time, is movement. It's my therapy, it's my recharge, because when your body is engaged, your mind sharpens, the fog lifts, the hesitation disappears, you feel more alert, more capable, more in control, and in a world that's always trying to pull you in a million directions, that sense of control is everything. You don't have to be a professional athlete or spend hours in the gym to feel this. You just need to make the decision to move. It could be stretching in your bedroom, dancing in your kitchen, a short walk around the block, a few yoga poses on your mat. The form doesn't matter as much as the intention. What matters is that you break the stillness, that you signal to your body and your brain, we're not just existing today, we're showing up. Movement also gives you momentum. Think about it. When you wake up and spend the first part of your day sedentary, your energy stays low. But the moment you start moving, something shifts. Your blood starts pumping, your heart rate rises, and suddenly, you're not just awake, you're alive. That's the power of physical energy. It creates emotional energy. It gives you the fuel to face whatever comes next. Whether it's a big meeting, a tough conversation, or a long to-do list, you face it from a place of readiness, not reluctance. And it's more than physical benefits. Yes, movement strengthens your muscles and burns calories, but the real magic is in what it does for your mindset. It builds discipline, it builds resilience. When you push your body, even just a little, you remind yourself that you can do hard things, that you can be uncomfortable and keep going, that you can sweat, struggle, and still finish strong. And that mindset bleeds into every other part of your life. You start to walk into rooms differently. You hold your head higher. You speak with more authority. Why? Because your body remembers the effort. It remembers the discipline, and it carries that memory into everything you do. That's why I believe movement in the morning isn't just about health. It's about leadership. It's about power. It's about stepping into the strongest, most grounded version of yourself. So many of us think we need to wait until we feel inspired or motivated to move. But the truth is, movement creates motivation. Action creates energy. The days you feel the least like doing it are usually the days you need it the most, because that's when your system is begging for a reset. And the moment you start, just one small move, it all starts to shift. Your mind clears, your breath deepens, your attitude transforms, and let's talk about stress. We live in a time where anxiety and pressure are constant. We're bombarded with messages, deadlines, expectations. That kind of mental weight doesn't just disappear on its own. It builds up day after day, but movement, it's a release. It gives your body a chance to let go of tension, to process emotions, to clear your head. After just 10 minutes of intentional movement, you're not the same person who woke up feeling overwhelmed. You're stronger, lighter, more grounded. In the entertainment industry, I've had to constantly show up at my best, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I can tell you that the way I move my body in the morning directly affects how I show up on set, how I lead teams, how I manage pressure. I don't move to look good. I move to feel strong. I move because I have things to do, people to impact, dreams to chase, and I refuse to show up tired, timid, or out of alignment. So if you want to transform your life, start by moving your body in the morning. Not for anyone else, not to check off a box, but because you deserve to feel powerful in your own skin. You deserve to walk into your day with confidence and clarity. Movement is not a punishment. It's not a chore. It's a celebration of life, a reminder that you are here, you are capable, and you are not done rising. Every step, every stretch, every breath. It's not just exercise. It's transformation, one move at a time. The way you fuel your body in the morning isn't just about nutrition. It's about setting the tone for your entire day. What you put in is what you get out, and that applies to everything: your energy, your focus, your mood, your power. If you begin your day by feeding your body with junk, chaos, or neglect, don't be surprised if the rest of your day feels the same. But if you start with intention, if you give your body the respect and nourishment it deserves, you create a foundation that supports everything else you're building. It's not about being perfect, it's about being purposeful. People underestimate how deeply connected our minds and bodies are. What you eat first thing in the morning literally becomes the fuel that powers your thoughts, your emotions, your work, your goals. When I'm in the middle of intense shooting schedules, traveling across countries, juggling business and creativity, the one thing I never compromise on is how I fuel myself, because I know my energy is everything. My performance, my clarity, my ability to be present. It all begins with how I start my morning, and that always includes what I put into my body. You don't have to be a nutritionist to know that certain foods lift you up and others drag you down. You feel it: the crash after too much sugar, the heaviness after greasy food, the sluggishness after skipping breakfast entirely. But you also feel the difference when you hydrate, when you eat something clean, when you choose foods that nourish instead of numb. Your body starts responding with energy, alertness, and a sense of strength. And that strength, it empowers your decisions, your interactions, your momentum. What you consume is also a message. You're either telling your body, "I honor you," or you're telling it, "You're not a priority right now." And trust me, your body listens. If you start your morning rushing out the door with nothing but coffee and stress in your system, your body reacts with imbalance. Your mind starts the day in survival mode instead of thriving mode. But if you start with something as simple as a glass of water, some fruit, or a clean source of protein, your body responds with gratitude. You've just told it, "We're ready, let's go." I'm not here to give you a strict diet plan. I'm here to help you become aware, because when you become conscious of how you fuel your body, you start making decisions from a place of power, not habit. You stop reaching for what's convenient and start reaching for what's right. Even something as basic as preparing a simple, healthy breakfast can become a morning ritual of self-respect. It's not about eating perfectly, it's about eating purposefully. And this goes beyond just food. What are you drinking in the morning? Are you starting your day dehydrated and anxious? Or are you starting it with hydration and calm? Are you depending on caffeine to feel alive? Or are you nourishing your body so that it wakes up naturally and sustainably? Again, it's not about extremes. I love my coffee just like anyone else, but it's not the foundation of my energy. My real energy comes from what I put into my body before and around that cup. There's also an emotional connection to how we fuel ourselves. A lot of people eat mindlessly in the morning, scrolling on their phone, watching TV, or just grabbing something while racing out the door. That's not fueling, that's distraction. When you take even 5 minutes to be present with your food, when you sit with your morning tea or smoothie and take a breath, you activate something powerful. You move from reactive to intentional, from rushed to grounded. That shift in energy stays with you all day. And let's not forget, how you treat yourself in the morning teaches the world how to treat you. If you begin your day by respecting your own body, you move into the world with confidence. You signal that you are someone who values health, clarity, and strength. You attract opportunities that match that energy. You interact with others from a place of balance. You don't crumble at the first stressor because your foundation is already strong. We've all heard the saying, "You are what you eat," but I believe it's deeper than that. You are how you eat. You are how you choose to care for yourself. You are how you begin. And when you begin with intention, when you make the conscious choice to fuel your body like it's your engine, not an afterthought, you step into your day with power. So don't ignore the role food plays in your success. It's not just fuel, it's a form of self-love, it's preparation, it's empowerment, and when you start giving your body what it truly needs, it will give back in ways you never imagined: energy, focus, confidence, strength. All of it is available to you. if you're willing to fuel with intention. We live in a world that thrives on noise. From the second we open our eyes, it's all around us: notifications buzzing, messages waiting, headlines screaming for our attention. The pressure to be connected, updated, and available every second is overwhelming. And yet, the most successful, centered, and powerful people know this. The real magic doesn't happen in the noise. It happens in the silence. That's why how you start your morning matters so much. It's not just about what you do. It's about what you don't do. And the biggest game changer, don't start your day by scrolling. Start it with stillness. We've been conditioned to believe that the moment we wake up, we need to check in with the world. What's happening on Instagram? Who texted me? What's the latest breaking news? But in doing that, we give the world permission to shape our mood, our mindset, our energy, before we've even had a chance to check in with ourselves. Think about that. We're handing over our emotional state to a screen, to algorithms, to outside voices. And then we wonder why we feel anxious, scattered, or drained before our day has even started. I've experienced the difference firsthand. On days when I reach for my phone the moment I wake up, I feel pulled in 100 directions. My mind starts racing, comparing, reacting. But when I start my day in silence, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, I feel grounded, I feel calm, I feel in control, and that control stays with me as the day unfolds. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing what matters first. Before the world rushes in with its demands, opinions, and distractions, give yourself the gift of your own presence. Stillness in the morning creates space for clarity. It allows you to hear your own thoughts instead of drowning in everyone else's. When you sit in silence, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to just be asterisk, your nervous system begins to settle. You're not starting your day in flight mode. You're starting it with intention, with grace, with power. That's not weakness, that's strength, because the person who can sit with herself, who can face the silence without fear, is the person who cannot be shaken by chaos. This isn't about being a monk or living in a bubble. It's about being strategic. In a world where everyone is constantly distracted, focus is a superpower, and focus begins with stillness. When you resist the urge to grab your phone, when you choose instead to sit in quiet, sip your tea, breathe deeply, or simply stare out the window, you're not wasting time. You're reclaiming it. You're preparing your mind to lead, not follow. And it's not just about silence, it's about boundaries. What you allow into your mental space first thing in the morning determines what kind of energy you bring into every room, every meeting, every decision. If you begin your day by consuming fear, comparison, gossip, or chaos, that becomes the lens through which you see everything else. But when you begin with calm, with peace, with purpose, you start to lead your day instead of being led by it. For me, this practice has become sacred. Some mornings it's a moment of prayer or reflection. Other mornings it's just a few deep breaths before I get out of bed. No phone, no noise, just me and my thoughts. And those few minutes are often the most important part of my entire day. They center me. They remind me who I am, what I stand for, what I'm building. They give me a moment to align my energy with my vision before I step into the world. And let's be honest, we all have responsibilities, deadlines, schedules, families, but taking 5 or 10 minutes of stillness in the morning doesn't take away from those things. It empowers you to handle them better. It gives you the emotional resilience to stay calm when things go wrong. It gives you the mental clarity to make better decisions. It gives you the energetic space to respond, not react. Imagine the difference between starting your day reacting to a stressful email versus starting it with calm clarity, and then choosing how to handle that situation. That's the difference between a life that owns you and a life that you own. And the foundation of that ownership is how you begin your day. So if you want to feel more in control, more confident, more alive, start by silencing the noise. Don't let the world in before you've checked in with yourself. Don't let opinions drown out your intuition. Don't let headlines hijack your hope. Start your day with you, with your breath, with your heart, with your stillness, because in that stillness there is power. In that silence there is wisdom, and when you make space for both, you step into your day not just as someone who's busy, but as someone who's asterisk aligned asterisk, and that's when success becomes unstoppable. Your imagination is your superpower, but most people never use it with intention. They let it wander, drift, and get hijacked by fear or doubt. But if you truly want to transform your life, if you want to lead your day instead of being led by it, then you need to learn the art of visualization. It's not some fluffy feel good concept, it's a mindset weapon, a daily habit that champions, artists, and high performers swear by, because it works, and the best time to tap into that power, the morning, before the world starts telling you what's possible and what isn't. When you wake up, your mind is like fertile soil. It's open, it's quiet, it hasn't yet been polluted by distractions or negativity, and in that window of stillness, you have a golden opportunity to plant the seeds of your vision. Visualization is about more than just seeing your goals. It's about asterisk feeling asterisk them. It's about stepping into the version of yourself who's already living the life you want. It's about embodying that confidence, that energy, that purpose, before you even step out of bed. I've used this technique in some of the most high-pressure moments of my life, walking into auditions, facing crowds of thousands, taking on roles that scared me, launching businesses, and I can tell you this, when I took time to mentally rehearse the win, I walked in differently. My energy shifted, my nerves settled, I wasn't second, guessing myself. I had already seen it, lived it, felt it in my mind, and because of that, I showed up with conviction. Visualization isn't pretending. It's preparing. It's programming your mind to align with your purpose. When you consistently imagine yourself succeeding, you start to build the habits, the choices, and the resilience that success requires. Your brain starts to believe it's already happening, and when your brain believes, your body follows, your posture changes, your tone sharpens, your actions become more focused, and day by day, you begin to create what once felt impossible. But here's the key. It's not just about picturing some perfect moment or dream scenario. It's about getting specific. If you want to visualize your dream job, don't just think, I want to be successful. See the room. Hear the conversations, feel the clothes on your body, smell the coffee on your desk, get vivid, make it real. The more sensory detail you bring into your visualization, the more your brain accepts it as truth. And when it accepts it, it starts working to bring it into reality, often in ways you don't expect. And don't just visualize success. Visualize the process. Visualize yourself waking up early, making smart decisions, handling obstacles with grace, staying focused when distractions come. This kind of visualization doesn't just motivate, it trains your brain to navigate the real world. So when those challenges come, you're not surprised. You've already rehearsed your strength, you've already trained for the moment, and that makes you unshakable. This practice is especially powerful in the morning because that's when your subconscious is most active. The filters aren't fully up yet. You're not deep in emails or calls. You're open. And that's when visualization leaves the deepest imprint. Even 5 minutes can shift your whole mood, your whole energy, your whole day. It's like giving your mind a GPS. Instead of drifting through the day hoping for direction, you've already set the destination. You're no longer reacting to life. You're creating it. And don't worry if you don't see vivid pictures at first. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Just show up every morning, sit still, close your eyes, breathe, and then see it. See the version of you who is bold, successful, and fully alive. Watch her walk through the day. Watch her lead, love, perform, create, and then open your eyes and be her, not one day, not someday, now, because visualization without action is daydreaming, but visualization followed by aligned action. That's how movements are born. That's how barriers are broken. That's how ordinary people become legends. You don't have to wait for the right opportunity, the perfect timing, or anyone's permission. You just need a vision, and the courage to see it every single morning until it becomes your reality. So tomorrow, before you check your phone, before you answer to the world, answer to yourself. Take a few minutes and visualize the win. Don't just hope for a good day, see it, feel it, command it. Walk through your mind as the version of you who doesn't beg for success, but attracts it, and then go out and live that story, because if you can see it, you can shape it. And if you believe it long enough, it will meet you in the real world. Every dream begins in the imagination, and yours is just waiting for you to wake it up. Words carry energy. The way you speak to yourself in the morning can set the emotional tone for your entire day. Yet most people wake up and immediately begin narrating stories of stress, fear, and limitation, without even realizing it. They say things like, "I'm so tired," and "I'm already behind," or "I don't want to do this," and those words, they become instructions to your brain. They tell your subconscious what to expect. So what happens next? You move through the day feeling tired, overwhelmed, and unmotivated, not because the day was doomed, but because you unknowingly programmed it with your own voice. That's why the words you speak to yourself in the morning matter. They aren't just phrases, they're commands. Every morning, before the noise of the world takes over, you have a window of power. It's the moment when your mind is still soft, still open, still impressionable. What you say in that space becomes the emotional framework you carry throughout the day. If you speak words of doubt, your brain starts looking for evidence to support that doubt. But if you speak words of confidence, strength, gratitude, and purpose, your brain begins searching for ways to align with those truths. That's the science of affirmation. It's not magic, it's mental programming. For me, this isn't just a routine, it's a ritual. When I wake up, I don't leave it to chance how I'm going to feel or show up. I declare it. I speak it into existence. Even if I don't fully believe it yet, I speak as if it's already true. Because that's how you build belief. You don't wait for it to arrive. You create it with your words. I tell myself, asterisk, I am strong, I am focused, I am aligned, I am creating something beautiful today. Asterisk, these aren't just feel good phrases, they're anchors. They pull me back to my purpose when my mind wants to drift into stress or insecurity. You have to understand, your words shape your world. The conversations you have with yourself are some of the most important you'll ever have. And yet we let them happen passively, unconsciously, like background noise. But imagine what would happen if you took control. If you started each day by consciously choosing the language of power, instead of saying, "I can't handle this." What if you said, "I am built for this"? Instead of, "I'm so far behind," try, "I'm exactly where I need to be and I'm moving forward." That simple shift doesn't just change your mood, it changes your momentum. Affirmations aren't about ignoring reality. They're about shaping how you respond to reality. Life will always throw challenges your way. You can't control everything, but you can control how you speak about it. And when you speak with intention, you lead your mind instead of letting it lead you. You become the author of your story, not just a character reacting to the plot. I've stood on stages, walked into auditions, faced criticism, pressure, and uncertainty. And I can tell you, what I say to myself in those quiet moments before stepping into the spotlight has often made the difference between fear and courage. I don't wait to feel confident. I speak confidence until it takes root. I don't wait to feel ready. I affirm that I am ready, and that belief creates action. You don't need a long list of affirmations to begin. Start with 3 powerful truths you want to embody. Say them out loud with intention. Look in the mirror if you can, hear your voice, feel the energy, and repeat them daily, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it, because the days you resist are the days you need it most. Here's what happens over time. You begin to believe what you say. Your brain starts to wire new pathways. You stop identifying with weakness and start identifying with strength. You stop waiting for permission and start walking in purpose. And that inner shift starts showing up in your body language, your decisions, your relationships, your results. It all starts with the words. So tomorrow morning, don't just wake up, rise up. Before you let the world in, let your power out. Speak life over your goals, speak strength over your struggles, speak peace into your spirit. You are not just starting a day, You are setting a tone, commanding a presence, choosing your reality. Use your voice. Use your power, because the most successful people aren't just the ones who have talent or luck. They're the ones who speak victory before they even see it. And you can be one of them. You don't have to wait. Your words are ready, your power is waiting, speak it, and then step into it. Success is not an accident. It's a rhythm, a mindset, a decision that begins long before the world sees the results. And the truth is, it starts in the morning. Before the emails, before the meetings, before the chaos. That first hour of your day holds the key to how the rest of your day unfolds. It's where you align, refocus, and step into the version of yourself that doesn't just survive, but leads, creates, and conquers. When you own your first hour, you stop living reactively and start living intentionally. When you move your body, you don't just energize your muscles, you ignite your power. When you fuel yourself with intention, you tell your body it's worthy of strength. When you choose silence over scrolling, you protect your peace. When you visualize your win, you condition your mind to chase the extraordinary. And when you speak life into your day, you command your presence before the world ever gets a chance to challenge it. You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to begin. One habit, one shift, one morning at a time. The version of you who is confident, focused, and wildly successful, she's not far away. She's already within you, waiting for the discipline, the belief, and the courage to bring her to life. So, from this moment forward, no more wasted mornings. No more giving your first breath to the noise of the world. Choose yourself first. Build the routine that builds the future. Your goals are waiting. Your dreams are waiting, but they won't chase you. You have to rise and meet them. Success starts in the morning. And now, so do you.